Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Vanessa and I am an indie author from Toronto, Canada, and I publish under the pen name A.N. Sage. If you are new to this channel, then you should know that I put out videos once a week. They are usually about writing in one way or another or being a creative entrepreneur. And then we have a few planner videos sprinkled here and there. So if you feel like that's something you want to see more of, then make sure that you are subscribed and you hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any content going forward. This week, we are doing a little author catch-up chat video. I've decided I want to do these once in a while just to kind of catch up with you guys and let you know what's going on in my author business, in my life as an author. And kind of celebrate any wins or talk about any lows and things like that, just to keep everybody posted so that you can see more or less behind the scenes in a way of what it means to be an indie author today. And this week, it's an especially exciting author chat because I just launched this book right here. This is a Grave Roast. It is the first in a paranormal cozy mystery, which is a new genre for me. I'm branching out to a new genre, and it has been one of the most exciting launches of my author career. It went really well. There's still a bunch of stuff going on for the tour, so I guess we can talk about that as what's going on. So to launch this book, I did a couple of different things. First of all, I ran pre-orders for a longer time than I usually do. I ran it for almost 3 months, and we got quite a few pre-orders in. I doubled my pre-order goal, which is amazing. So people are really excited to read this book. I've also put a Grave Roast and this entire series into KU, Kindle Unlimited, if you're not familiar with that. And that's new for me because most of the rest of my books are wide, and it's honestly been a game changer. I have been in KU before, and I've talked about being in KU before. I'm going into wide, and it didn't work out as well for me then because maybe the books that I had in KU weren't working. However, now I'm finding that because this book is so incredibly popular and the Kindle reads are coming in quite a bit for it, the other books are starting to sell more, and they're starting to sell more on Amazon, and they're not selling as much on the other platforms. And so I am considering, once Shadowhurst, not Cartago, I think I'll keep Cartago wide, but I think that once Shadowhurst is complete, there's only one more book left in that series to make it a total of 8. So once that series is complete, I'm going to let it run for a bit as wide so that everybody who has gotten books from other platform can go ahead and complete their series. And then I think what I'm going to do is put that in KU as well and experiment with Kindle Unlimited on that series to kind of see what it would be like in Kindle Unlimited now that the whole series is complete. And that's the beauty of being an indie author, is that you really can do whatever you want. You can decide the path of your books. So that's one thing. The biggest thing is really this launch. I mean, like, I'm obsessed with this. This is the cover. I designed this cover. I'm also a cover designer. And then you can take a look at a cover reveal that I did video for this one because I was super, super proud of it. There's also a live celebration for the launch if you want to go ahead and watch that, where I read an excerpt of the book. We have a little bit of a slideshow to talk about the book. And there's some Q&A in there that was really fun to take from different readers. So that was a blast. That was also my first live on this channel. And I really, really enjoyed it. I thought I'd be nervous. I was nervous, but it was really, really fun. So I'm considering, and let me know what you think in the comments if you would like this, but I am considering doing some live write-ins. So doing some kind of maybe sprints or anything like that, live sprints on this channel once in a while. I don't know what the schedule for that would be. I'd want to do it at least twice a month. And I don't know what time of the day it will be. I know a lot of people sprint live, but the beauty of that is that you can always sprint with me later and just rewatch it and replay. But I usually write during the day. I write mostly during the day. I can't write in the evenings. I have a very young child, and just in general, I'm trying to keep like a work-life balance. So I try not to work on the weekends and I try not to work in the evenings. And so I write during the day. So if we do have live sprints, they are going to be during the day. So do let me know if that will work for you. I know for the live, most people said that they want to do it during the day. because it's easier, I guess, to show up during lunchtime. So maybe lunchtime would be a good time for it. I still need to figure out how to work that. Like I haven't done live sprints before, so I'm trying to think like, what if I have to use the bathroom or what if I have to get up and get another coffee, because I usually have a lot of coffees, or take a break, and how that would work. So I have to figure that out. But I think that might be something fun that we could do on this channel. Some of the other stuff that's happening or has happened as kind of like a little catch up. I finally made my editing and book coaching business official. It's up there. It's under my full name. So it's not under my pen name. It's under nessasage.com. If you are looking for a book coach, you can get on the wait list for that. Or if you're looking for an editor, I'm available for that as well. And in order to do that, what I've worked on is I had to retake all my certifications. So I am a technical writer. I had to get recertified, take more editing courses. I took some more editing courses for like developmental editing and things like that, just to make sure that I am up to date. I have been working with clients kind of just on my own. Oh, the computer just died. It'll die some more, but that's fine. Less distractions. But I have been working with clients on my own. I just didn't have a website. It was just word of mouth kind of thing. And so I figured, why not make it official and add it as just another thing into the repertoire. So what I'm working on now, and then I'm sure as if you're an author, if you're an indie author, especially, things change, schedules change. So I am working on book 2 of Orchard Hollow, which is the Cozy Mystery series that was always scheduled to come after book 1. I kind of want to do a faster release of the first 3 books to build up momentum and get my author name into that genre. And I'm hanging out a lot more in different cozy mystery groups and things like that. And the plan for after that was to finish off Shadowhurst, and that is still the plan. I just don't know what the timeline would be for that. I'm really trying to, oops, sorry about that. I have somebody coming into my house now as I'm filming, but probably a delivery. Amazon books, yay. But I'm not sure what the timeline would be for Shadowhurst 8 now. I'm still trying to get it in the first 2 quarters. It's definitely going to happen in the first 2 quarters of this year. I don't know if it's going to be closer to the beginning or the end of the second quarter. I think at this point, since the second book in Orchard Hollow is scheduled to come out during this first quarter still, which is the book that I'm writing now. I'm still drafting it, but it is a faster write for me. As you might know from some of my videos, I write a very clean first draft. I edit as I go. It's not for everybody, but that's how I like to work. And so it makes sense for me to release faster, because once I'm done drafting the first draft, it just goes by that much faster. It's betas, and then I need a proofreader. I don't proofread my own books, even though I do it for other people, but I just find that having that second set of eyes is really helpful. And that's kind of the bulk of the writing that I have been working on. So some things that I am toying with, and as you know me, there is always something more that I want to do. I am getting more and more booked up with cover design clients, so I don't want to introduce anything in the first 2 quarters of the year, but I have been drawing a lot, and I've been drawing a lot of really cute kind of character art. And I don't know if you know this, but for anybody who does, I did have an Etsy shop for planners before, and it was planner supplies and different things, but I'm considering, because it's something new, but I am considering maybe this year I might try to open up an Etsy shop for stickers again. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be doing physical stickers, because the reason that I actually ended up closing the Etsy shop before is because it got a little bit too time consuming to have like the sticker shop and shipping and figuring all of that out. And if you don't know, shipping in Canada is kind of a pain, because Canada Post is very expensive to ship. And so I don't want to charge people too much. And now Etsy fees has gone up. So I don't know if I want to do physical stickers. I might, I don't know. They're very cute, but I might do digital stickers, like digital downloads. So still toying with the idea. Maybe if I have enough drawn and enough created, it might push me one way or the other. But in the meantime, what I have been doing is just drawing a lot. And one of my big goals has always been to learn to digitally illustrate and draw. And originally, the thought process behind it was to have it so that I could use it in the cover design business. And I just realized that, like, with everything going on and considering the release schedule for the books that I have this year, like, I'm planning to release a minimum of 5 books, but realistically, I'm thinking it's going to be 6. So I want to release 5 books in Orchard Hollow and then finish off Shadowverse with that 8th book. That's a lot to release, right? That's, if you think about it, that's like a release every 2 months almost. I might have to cut that down. We'll see how it goes. Because if I don't release in that last quarter, which is kind of Christmas time, then we might be down to 5 books. But even with 5 books, like, that's a lot as far as writing goes and books goes. And book releases are very time consuming. And it just means I have to work ahead on the back end so much more. And so illustrating in the way that I wanted to illustrate and to learn to illustrate is also very time consuming. Obviously, it's a huge art form. It's a beautiful art form, but it does take time to learn it. And so to learn to illustrate cute little characters is a lot easier and a lot faster. And when I started doing that, I realized that I love it. Like, I love little cute kawaii characters. That's usually kind of stickers I get from my planners and all my other little stationery stuff. And so I figured, why not experiment with that? So I will keep you guys posted. There's no promises. It's just something I'm toying with. So maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. But either way, I'm having a lot of fun learning to illustrate. Some of the other stuff I've been working on, and this is more like behind the scenes stuff, is I'm trying to figure out how to streamline a lot of my businesses. And that means that I've been working on the back end to put together a lot of different spreadsheets. Like, I'm trying to do more back-end work so that at the end of the year, it's easier for me to calculate what income is coming from where, because now the income source is so incredibly vast. There's so many different, like, we've got the writing and the books, and those can be divided into ebooks and paperbacks, and they're divided into wide and KU now. Then we have cover design and formatting, which is another portion of the business. Then we've got the editing and the coaching, which is another portion of the business. And then we've got things like this channel, which isn't like a huge amount, but it's still a very small income stream, AdSense, all of that. So things like that. And then if I end up adding this Etsy planner, that's another thing I have to figure out and calculate. So you have to think of expenses and tracking those. And I do have, like, I use QuickBooks. If you're not familiar, it's a tax expense that's a program, like an app or platform. And it's very, very useful for people who work for themselves specifically, because you can really track everything you're spending. You can categorize, and it just makes, like, tax time that much easier. I just hand everything off from there, from that platform that I've already gone through. I hand it off to my accountant, and they just kind of figure it out from there. But for me, for myself, to figure out where all those streams are coming from, what's working, what's not working, so I can assess better at the end of the year and see if next year I need to make changes, I need to have a much better system in place than what I have now. So that's what I've been working on. I've been working with Excel and putting together spreadsheets and all of that. If you have suggestions, if you do this, and if you have a similar situation to mine where you have multiple income streams coming in and you have figured out how to do this, or if you have a template you found somewhere for people like us, if you could maybe comment on that and post it, I would really appreciate it, because I find that it has been incredibly time consuming to figure all of that out. And then my other big goal is to read more. I slacked a little bit on my reading last year, and I find that when I'm reading, I'm more inspired to write. Words just come out faster. I don't need the push of like a NaNoWriMo to write. I just sit down and I write almost every day for myself because I'm just so excited because I'm reading all these books that inspire me, right? And so I'm trying to make it a point to read every single night. It's like my little called mom time where the baby is asleep and I have a bath going, I have a glass of wine and my book or my Kindle in there. And it's been really nice. And I've been reading a ton of books. I'm reading 1 or 2 books a week, which for me is a lot. I know it's not a lot for some people, but for me, that's a ton considering all this other stuff I'm doing. So that's kind of what I've been up to. For the most part, like, this has been it. Like, it's a huge book release and it's taking up a lot of time. I'm so excited. If you have read the book, I hope you liked it, and thank you so much for picking it up. If you haven't and you want to support, you can get paperbacks anywhere, and have signed paperbacks on my website. If you get signed paperbacks through me, you get like a few other like cute little themed swags and stuff. The book has a recipe, so I send out recipe cards that are book themed. If you get it through me, if you did get a paperback though and you didn't get it through me and you want to get a book plate signed by me to put in the book, then just send me a message. Either contact me through my website or find me on social media, or just comment below and we'll somehow get in touch so I could mail you a book plate for free to put in your paperback. And yeah, if you want to just grab the book and support, that would be awesome. But for the most part, as I mentioned, the only things that I have been doing so far is just concentrating on this book. I know it's just January and we have time, but it's writing. This is a big writing year for me. Last year was a big design year for me, and also just a personal year because like we had a baby and it was like a whole thing. And we moved. There was a lot going on. But this year it's all about the books and the writing, and I'm really restructuring my career as an author. And so far I love where it's going and I love the trajectory that it's on right now. So I want to keep up that momentum. So yeah, that's my little catch up for you guys this week. I thank you so much for listening to me babble. I hope you enjoyed these little catch up videos. Let me know if you do in the comments, and if you wanted me to do more of them, or if you want me to stop and do other stuff. But we'll do next week, we'll do either a tips video, some kind of writing tips video or tools, or we'll do another planner video because I know it's going to be the new year and I do have another planner that I want to share with you guys. So I might do that one next week, and then we'll go back to doing a couple of tips videos after. So as always, thanks for hanging out with me out here. I hope you guys have a magical weekend and the rest of the week. And I will talk to you later. Stay magical and see you soon. Bye.